At Reedsy, we're home to over 1,600 editors who have helped over 10,000 authors publish their books, and with their experience, I'm going to show you 8 of the biggest mistakes that writers make when naming their characters. First of all, sorry for the sensationalist title of this video, but also, I'm not sorry. It's time for some tough love as I show you 8 of the biggest mistakes authors make when giving their characters names. 1. They don't fit the period or setting. A medieval Japanese peasant named Madison? You're going to want to make sure that your characters' names are appropriate for the era or the culture. Baby name websites that show popularity of names by year can be a goldmine for this sort of thing, or you can head over to Reedsy's character name generator and select language of origin. There's even an entire medieval name section where you can select Old German, Old Norse, Old English, and other period names. 2. Their names are unrealistically cool. Okay, unless your story really calls for it, having names like Sonia Blackhammer or Dirk Blackstone might scream trying too hard. They might draw too much attention to themselves and make your reader think, well, what were their parents thinking when they named them this? Or wait, did this character choose this name for themselves? A good name should serve the character without stealing the spotlight. Speaking of which, 3. The name doesn't match the character's personality or arc. If you have a polite, considerate protagonist and you give him the name Gary Machismo, that's a bit of a mismatch. Unless it's part of a joke, your character's name should reflect some part of their personality, even if it's ironic. There's an old Simpsons episode where Homer changes his name to Max Power, and Marge is annoyed because he didn't consult her or his family before doing so.
That's the way Max Power is, Marge. Decisive, uncompromising, and rude.
Okay, so what are some names that are appropriate for the character without drawing too much attention? Lee Child's Reacher, Just Reacher, is a perfect example of this. He's a big tall guy with long reach who always achieves his goals, but he has the advantage of being able to introduce himself without eliciting a giggle from everyone he meets.
I had a passport on you though. Jack Reacher.
4. They're impossible to pronounce. Fantasy and sci-fi authors, come closer. If your characters have names that look like secure passwords or require a pronunciation guide every time they appear, then you may find that your readers will mentally check out. Greetings, traveller. I am pleased to meet you, the Navirian ambassador said. My name is Zylathiandor? You can still be creative, just keep it pronounceable. Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows books are a perfect example of this. They feature names like Pekka Rollins and Kaz Brekker, which are invented names, but they are still phonetically pronounceable to most people. You should aim to do the same yourself. As a bonus, your audiobook narrator will thank you for it. 5. You didn't say it out loud first. Some names look great on the page, but they can sound wrong when spoken aloud, or are a mouthful when they're spoken in context. See me outside, Saeed Sadi said sadly. So, say your characters' names out loud, say them in dialogue. If it feels awkward in your mouth, then it will feel awkward to readers too. 6. They all start with the same letter. Unless you're writing about a large reality TV family, you want to avoid giving all your characters names that start with the same letter. Readers will mix them up, especially in large casts. Roll call. I'm James. I'm John. I'm Jason. I'm Josh. I'm Jackson. I'm Jackson. And we're the Johnson family. Our brains rely on the first letters to distinguish names when we're skimming over text. So try to mix it up. 7. The names are too similar to famous characters. What's that? Your wizard character is named Henry Porter, or you have a Southern Belle named Charlotte O'Mara. It likely won't come across as the clever homage that you're intending it to be, but perhaps more of a Mad Magazine style spoof name. It comes down to this, it's distracting. And you don't want your readers to be thinking about another author's book every time a character appears. If you really must, you can try to make more of an oblique connection. If you remember, in the late 2000s, Hugh Laurie played a genius misanthropic doctor who uses his Sherlockian powers of deductive reasoning to diagnose his patients. What's a name that sounds a bit like Holmes? Why, House, of course. 8. You didn't check for unintended associations. A quick Google search can save you from a lot of embarrassment down the line. That awesome sounding name turns out is a popular brand of toothpaste in Sweden, or the name of a convicted cult leader. I'm sure Hayao Miyazaki didn't have the Spanish-speaking audience in mind when he created his European-influenced film La Puta, Castle in the Sky. So do yourself a favor and always double check. In conclusion, your characters deserve names that do them justice. Names that feel natural, meaningful, and suitable for the world they live in. So the next time you're tempted to just go with the first name that pops into your head, try a few more, say it out loud, and Google it. And if all else fails, try a random name generator and see what fits. So, what are your pet peeves when it comes to character names? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to like this video and subscribe to Reedsy's YouTube channel for more content each week. For Reedsy, I'm Dirk Hammersmith, and I'll see you next time.